What a night to be with Nick and Alex.
Another Monday. It's September 12th. So sure. I was thinking about putting rest in peace to Queen Elizabeth II at the end of that intro, but I thought I don't want to, go the way of everyone else. But rest in peace. She was 96. There's not much I can say that everyone else has either already said or has gone in the complete opposite direction in saying. So,
man, it's I know everybody has a time. Everyone, it's one day it's just gonna be like, it's your time. I thought she was never gonna die.
Same here.
Like, I think most people are like, and you do feel a little strange. You're just kind of like, wow, like, huh? It's interesting. She's gone, right? So, all hail the king, and yeah, I guess we don't need to say anything else because I know there's enough shows and enough coverage on it. So,
yeah, God rest the Queen. And like I don't want to say she lived a lavish lifestyle because I don't know, but she lived a pretty decent one and luxurious one. She had access to the best healthcare in the world, and she lived until 96. So what does that say about the rest of us? We're going to go tomorrow. That's what we're saying. This is our last show. Bye, everybody.
Yeah. So, oh my goodness. This actually is an interesting conversation because before we got on the air, me and Alex were just kind of, and I know we've kind of talked about it before, but I didn't know how we got on the subject, and then it switched to talking about The Simpsons, and the canceling of Apu, and I don't even how did we get there? I don't even remember. What did we start talking about to get there?
I think it was one of those random neural connections in your brain. No, South Park was first, but how did we get onto South Park?
Well, we were talking about South Park because we were talking about Team America.
Yeah.
And I said I appreciate how Matt Stone and Trey Parker just do not give a fuck what you think. And I think that is a big reason why things have just bounced off them. When people attack them, it's just they just no sell it to steal a wrestling term. They're just like, no, we don't care what you say, and we just don't care. And then I said, I mean, I thought maybe if the Simpsons had done that too, then they might not have had the issues they had when the whole controversy came around about Apu. And you disagreed, and you did make a point that is kind of gauged to a different audience. And you are right about that. You are. But then and I know this has been debated 100 times, and it's done. Apu is gone, and he will never come back. But that being said, it's, and I know this has been brought up, and I don't even know what the answers to it have been, but the way the Simpsons have portrayed the Irish, they're all drunk, all they do is fight each other, and they go, and I've known an Irish guy for the last 9 years. I've gamed with him. Yeah, I've never met him in person, but man, we spent a lot of time together, and not once to see everyone unless he's joking around to do it. And he does the laugh, the leprechaun, like they don't do that. But nobody's calling for them to stop portraying the Irish the way they do. Same with the Scottish people, like Groundskeeper Willie. Nobody's carrying on about stopping about Groundskeeper Willie. And I said to Alex, he is one of my favorite characters. I love Groundskeeper Willie. I think he's hilarious. And then we kind of went on just talking about like fat shaming, that's a problem, is fat shaming, and doctors are fat shaming. And as an obese person myself, no, we need to hear that. This normalization of, okay, I guess I was saying before I get to that was, we were talking about how, there are sections of Irish people who are like that, but they're just like fucking regular Canadians who are like that. There's Scottish people who are like Groundskeeper Willie. And anyone that's lived in a huge city, we're starting to see a little more here. They are owned and operated usually by an East Indian gentleman. And it's not saying that every one of them works at a Quickie Mart or 7-Eleven. It's a character on an imaginary show. And that's what people seem to forget all the time, is that it's a fucking cartoon.
Yeah.
And then to adjust into real life, you know, like when we start talking about bigger people and how we're normalizing big people. You can't say anything about someone that's fat. No, you fucking need to. Because me as a portly gentleman, I didn't have diabetes before or high blood pressure. Guess what I have now? Both. Because I didn't take care of my body. This normalization of obesity, and like you can't say, oh, somebody, you need to lose weight. We always hear about doctors are being mean because they're fat shaming patients. Well, telling someone that they need to lose weight is not fat shaming someone. That's telling them, hey, you need to take better care of yourself. And I think we need to stop with this normalization of unhealthy lifestyles, which has happened. And I think too many people, like, it's, oh, wow, like, well, you hurt my feelings. Well, you need to take care of yourself. And I'm saying this from experience. I'm not some built asshole who's talking out his ass right now. I have diabetes and I have high blood pressure because I was almost 400 pounds. So I turned my shit around. I've dropped 100 pounds and I'm trying to lose more and more every day because I'm trying to be better. But these people who like, I wrote this down. You ever watch that 600-pound life? It's infuriating because I can't believe I'm this big and they're fucking eating 3 medium pizzas and a thing of wings to themselves. Like that's what they're eating. You know, and 6, really? When did you lose 20 pounds? God, it sounds like you'd be sick.
And Corey has been pretty skinny.
Yeah.
As far as I know, his entire life. So unless he's got a 40-pound beer gut, I don't see how
well, and I was honestly going to say, because I've seen this, the way like crabbers have to work. A lot of it could be muscle though, right? Because you're hauling those crab pots and stuff, right? Yeah. But I think the normalization of obesity and trying to say that it's okay to, no, it's not. It's not. And for some reason, and then people get their feelings hurt. You said something so mean to me, and I'm upset now because my doctor said that I needed to lose some weight. And just because I'm 450 pounds doesn't mean I need to do any of that. And my favorite ones on that 600-pound lives are the ones that are on, they're like, well, your diet doesn't work for me. Meanwhile, there's people on there, men and women, who have lost like 400 or 500 pounds. But the diet doesn't work for you. Work fine for these people, but it doesn't work for you. Like, fuck. Just
sympathy pregnancy weight. Yep, she eats, so you got to eat it too. Yeah, I've heard of that.
Yeah, I heard that too. Yep.
Yeah, and I myself have been in shape. Well, something of a shape most of my life. So I keep my mouth shut when it comes to topics like this, because then I will get accused of thin privileged and you don't know what it's like. And yeah, I understand what you're saying. So I am out of this conversation except to say, yep.
Well, okay. And no. See, and that is the problem with the world is no, you shouldn't be out of the conversation because you have had the self-control to eat better. You have had the self-control to be like, I don't need to eat that. You had the self-control when we're all getting shit-faced on a Saturday night. You're drinking water and eating hard-boiled eggs.
And I'm recording you guys.
You know? And yeah, but that is a decision you made. Yeah. We made the decision to fucking go and get Debbie Does fucking New Orleans and pizza at 2 a.m, Ryan. But you know, that's our decision. That's that. I hate that when you don't know what it's like. Well, no, yeah, he does know what it's like because he had to make the same decisions and choices that we had to make. And guess what? He chose the proper way. So that this whole you're wrong, you don't know what you're talking about. I'm a fat fuck. And yeah, I know what Alex was doing, what I was doing were vastly different because I fucking watched it, though very drunk. I watched it. So it's just a bunch of horse shit. And I'm just, ugh.
And I'm not going to compare myself to the plights of those who can't control their eating habits. I've had my own moments of weakness, or days or weeks or months of weakness, where I would just gorge on sweets. And it is a challenge when I'm in the grocery store to not buy that stuff and bring it home with me, because I do have the craving when I see it. Now, I think over the long term, well, if I eat that, then in the next day or two, I'm going to feel the effects of it. and that 6-pack is slowly going to go away. And then I'll have to do another week or two of clean eating to get it back, or to at least just see a little bit of it come back. And I don't want to lose that right now because I'm 41. I'm on the cusp of not being in shredded shape ever again. So
it's there, right? Yeah,
it's there. It's like right there. But then the cravings are battling it too. So it's like the devil and the angel on the shoulder. Yeah.
And that's just it. So, and it's funny because this is perfect segue because we're talking about like people just taking things too far, or well, not too far, but just the insanity of the world is starting to become is. So this is from the National Post. I just saw this. I clicked on it. This was from 4 hours ago. Misgendering incident plunges Green Party of Canada into renewed turmoil. Just 1 year after its partial meltdown during the 2021 federal election, the Green Party of Canada is once again in crisis over an incident of misgendering. So this person is her name, or their name, so I get it right. Their name is Amita Couture. Kuttner, Kuttner. Kuttner. So it all started September 3rd with a media event in Vancouver kicking off the party's leadership contest. In a Zoom appearance, interim leader Amita Couture was identified using a caption bearing the pronouns she and L. Kuttner, 32, identifies as a binary pansexual attracted to all gender and orientation. So why can't that just be bisexual? Oh, I guess because they've got all these different people now. I don't like, but like it's fun. It's enough fun. But I'm looking at the screen. It says Amita Kuttner, and it says she/L beside their name. Why is that even there? Like, why is there even a thing to say what they are?
Their pronouns.
Why?
You're asking a privileged white man who is not required to know. I'm trying to
understand why this is even there. Is because so is it because it's usually like Mr. or Mrs.? But they usually, I don't remember them ever saying Mr. or Mrs.
Neutral. That's like non-binary. Wow, fought for their very own bathroom. Man, back in the 80s, if we said, I want my own bathroom, no, you go in that one. And that's all there is to it. And if you don't like it, you can stand in the corner until you're ready to come out and learn better.
But we were savages.
Sure we were.
We were, yeah. Because that's what they'd say. You have no idea. You're so barbaric, and well, judging by my bank account and stuff, I'm doing pretty fucking all right for being a barbarian. Like I don't like because okay. So here's the thing. So this, I'll try to do this right. This person has the organizations or the anatomy of a woman. Regardless of whether you say that you're gender neutral, your washroom using parts are a female part. So this is where you're going to go to the washroom. And that's same with boys. If you have a penis, go pee. It's just insane. So okay. Say this for someone who's insecure about the size of their penis. Okay? They don't want to pee in a public urinal. Should they be able to have a bathroom to themselves? Should there be a bathroom for somebody who is uncomfortable urinating in front of other people?
Then you would have to label that bathroom as the washroom for micro penises, and then anyone who walked in there, everyone would know, and that's not fair either.
No, but it shouldn't even be that. It should be as simple as just a washroom for people who want more privacy.
Okay.
Can you guys hear my kid talking?
No.
Okay, maybe it's just me.
No,
But
there's someone outside talking.
Hold on. It's weird how, like, with my headphones on, I can hear him. Because when I turned my TV down out in the living room, I was watching football before I got on. But it's just, I don't like, where does it stop? And I'm honestly asking that. Where does it stop? You know, where do people finally go, you know, hey, like, we don't have the building to do this. Like, we don't have the building to add for, like, and I'm not, you know, if people start saying like, I heard something. I gotta look this up though before I say it. But all these people are saying like, oh, I need a different bathroom. Here's one for you, Alex. We've talked about it on this show. What if the fucking girl that says she's a canary demands that she has a perch to be on and has to poop on paper? You laugh though. But I mean, you laugh. But what if this person says that legitimately, like, I am a bird, I identify as a bird, I need a perch to sit on that I can squat and shit on newspaper. And as a bird, I can't clean that up because I have wings. You could laugh, but that's where we're going. Yes.
Yeah. Now I want to cut in for a minute. Hello, Casey. It's been a while. I hope you're doing well. You showed up at the right time. I made the comment about washrooms for micro penises, and then 30 seconds later, there you are. Attaboy. Clairvoyance, isn't it? No, I'm kidding. Good to see you, man. Hope you're doing all right. So now that brings up an interesting architectural standpoint. When designing a building, particularly designing washrooms and elevators and freight elevators, I'll get into in a minute, because those need to be designed better in some places. I'll tell you that right now. An architect, when doing the design for a building, has to think of how many washrooms they have to put on each floor now, if you're doing multi-level buildings. How many genders can use how many washrooms? Minimum 2, if not 3. Well, let's go with 3 because of the privacy one that you were talking about. So minimum 3 washrooms, if not 4 or 5 or 6, because you got to try and accommodate as many genders as possible. So now more money has to be spent on that building. And it, like you said, it's going to go from there.
Okay, stop. That litter box, I knew you were going to bring it up. I looked it up because I had heard about it. That's where I started. That is not true. I have not. So I just read here, maybe in that school, but I'm reading right here. There was 2 things here. A fact check that is someone in a Michigan public school claims that there was a litter box provided for students who identified as cats. And that rumor is not true. There is no, it was in a December 2020 to December 21st, 2021 YouTube video, which had over 80,000 views. That Lisa Hansen said during a Midland Public Schools board meeting that she had been told there has to be a litter box in the bathroom for at least one school student for students who self-identify as cats, as furries. Yeah. So.
Unisex, says Casey, as the third. Not a bad idea. Yeah, or for anyone, at least as long as it's one person per that particular washroom. That's another solution. Or the family bathroom. Yeah, because the family bathroom I saw coming into fruition in the late 90s. Makes sense. Yeah, use that one.
I'm okay with that, because there are parents who, and as an adult, well, as a man who's been married for 12 years now, if I got to pee, I don't have a problem peeing in front of my wife. Like, she'll be brushing her teeth, and I'll just use the bathroom. So, like, for a family that has a baby, well, if everybody can do their business in one little shot instead of having to separate and, you know, team up cleaning, like changing the diaper on a baby, and everybody can use the bathroom at the same time, I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah, and the older you get as a person, the worse the idea it is to hold it. Yes. And it's just like, as Big Red was saying a few shows ago, get that prostate checked, because holding it, that's terrible for the bladder. Yeah. So try not to do that.
Yeah, it's not good at all. Not good. Just looking for interesting things to discuss. So, yeah, but yeah, I'm fine with it. Oh, I got logged out of my Facebook. I'm sorry. All right, we'll talk about something. I cleaned up a bunch of stuff, so I can't remember what the hell my stuff was. I'm going to remember that now.
No one has asked, so I can't, I'm going to bring this up just because if anyone or if a bunch of people had started asking about what the hell does the title of your show mean? Good question. Thank you for asking. So these are just two random words that I had found in the past few years. So I always wanted to bring them together somehow. And this, because our show is so random, nothing has to be connected. Like we don't have to have a central theme for the show, which gives me the chance to do pretty much whatever I want. And Nick just goes along with it, which is great. So Ipecac is a drug that was once widely used as an expectorant in low doses. Mucoactive agent is what an expectorant is, and a rapid-acting emetic. Vomiting is what comes up when I'm on Wikipedia right now trying to explain this. In particular, Ipecac, the rapidly induced forceful vomiting produced by Ipecac was considered for many years to be an important frontline treatment for orally ingested poisons. So you ingest your local bleach, take the Ipecac, it'll make you vomit. The iditarod is an annual long-distance sled dog race run in early March. It travels from Anchorage to Nome entirely within the U.S. state of Alaska. So anyone who is wondering what the hell does the title mean, there you go. It's a vomit-inducing medicine that is no longer used at the dog race. You're welcome. This has been your learning segment with Alex and the Garbage Man.
Okay. So, according to something Corey has sent me, I'm going to say this name wrong, but Anakodako school is building a separate bathroom because this kid identifies as a cat, litter box and all. I need to look this up. So, let's see this.
At the very least, he provided a link.
No, it's not a link.
Oh.
It's just someone on Facebook saying it.
Well, Corey.
Yeah, exactly.
Come on, man. You're not in Mackenzie anymore. You know better. You've been smelling too many fish guts.
No. Because you figure this would be something that would be on, like, this would have got some news.
Yes.
Right? Like,
especially by guys like Ben Shapiro.
Yeah.
Conservatives would have covered the hell out of this.
Yeah.
If it were true.
Yeah.
Speaking of covering stuff, I'm still listening to Knowledge Fight, which I brought up last show. Again, I'm listening to both current episodes and I've gone back to the beginning. Anyone who wants to learn why some of the things that Alex Jones says is not true, go to knowledgefight.com and look for episode number 25. Listen to that episode. The amount of research that Dan did to debunk what Alex was saying, amazing stuff. And they do it every show. Some of the stuff that Alex says, they dive into and they realize, hey, he's either making it up or he's taking it out of context or he's not providing the full context. Imagine all this when we were in school. Sorry, go ahead.
Well, we can't imagine it when we were all in school because it wouldn't happen. But maybe we say that, but things have changed so much, it probably would have happened. Right? Like, we don't, that's the thing. Right? Like, I don't know. Like, fuck. It's hard to say because things have changed so much.
Okay, let's use just the identification portion. We'll use in a completely alternate universe, a friend of ours, Sean Dyka. Let's say he comes to school one day, full cowboy regalia, and he tells everyone, I identify as a cowboy. I came here on a horse. There is no stable for my horse. There is nowhere for me to tie up my horse.
Jesus.
I demand that the school accommodate me and build a stable for my horse, somewhere for my horse to be tied up and have oats and water. I demand this. And if you do not provide this for me, then I'm going to sue, because you're hurting. Well, you can't really say hurting my feelings. You're not accommodating me. You're not making me feel safe. Blah, 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 blah. So let's imagine this happened back in 1998. So we've imagined it, Corey. So what would have happened, Nick, potentially, in 1998?
Are you retarded? I you know, and everyone will say, and not everyone, we don't have a lot of people listening to the show, but for people who would see this going, you're insensitive. No. I guess I shouldn't be using that word nowadays, but that's what would have been said. Like, or it would have been like, did you get kicked in the head by the horse? And you're insensitive. No, I'm genuinely wondering what happened to my friend. Like, you went to Grand Prairie for the weekend and now you're fucking Buck Owens? You know, and, you know. No, and
yeah,
I can say this for, and I can't say this for her. Well, I'll just say my ex partner, she is now married to a woman, and she's said to me before that my ex, that there's no way, like, because she thought she knew back in high school, but there's no way she could have came out in Mackenzie. She even said that. There's no way.
That's right.
Right. So yeah, no, and that's the thing. That's, you know, that's why we wait till we move to Berta to become cowboys.
So in order to keep her cover in Mackenzie so that no one would suspect anything, she gets together with good old Nick.
Story checks out. Right. That's right, Dax.
I remember one of my former teachers, Susan Herzog, rest in peace. She had said that one of her students, a friend of ours, mutual friend of ours, he had been chased one night by some of the guys in your grade, and they were calling him all sorts of names and threatening to beat him up because he was not out and out gay, but they suspected it, so they went with that. It's that old Mackenzie thing of, we think this is true, therefore it is true, and because we think it, it must be true.
Are you talking about DB?
Yes.
Actually, he was in my grade. That was grad night.
Oh.
And I actually grabbed a bunch of those guys by the back of their necks and threw them into the ground. Not many people know that, because they were looking for him, and I got to him. But I got to them before they got to him.
Good.
And I said, "You touch him, I'll break your faces."
Especially,
so not a lot of people know that. I don't think anybody really knows that.
Hmm.
I remember I was watching them, and I heard what they said.
Especially one of them whose initials is ED. He was in your grade. Fuck, what an asshole he was.
He always was.
Yeah.
Always was. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, what are you doing? Do you go outside? I'm like, Dog's got to go pee. I got to message a kid.
This is what kids and texting are for.
Yeah. Oh, fuck. I put the song out. Fuck. Dog out. Please. Meow. Okay.
Speaking of cell phones, there was an infographic that one of my friends shared on Facebook recently, and I'm going to put it up. I wonder if I can share it. Ooh, as a slide? No. Okay, I'll simply put it up and it'll cover us. But the reliance of some people Not all of us. Some people on modern technology, meaning cell phone, says it's kind of gone too far at this point. And here's what I mean. So I won't know what time it is. Okay, you got a point there because not many of us wear watches anymore. Be able to solve a math question. Come on, man.
That's ridiculous. I can do that.
Your basic plus, minus, multiply, divide. Come on, man. Know a single phone number. You got to know a few phone numbers.
I know some phone numbers. That's ridiculous.
You got to. Know the date. Bro, if you need a phone to be able to know the date.
Like my biggest thing would have been to like, okay, look for a calendar. Like, and I mean, we do have calendar. We have a calendar up in a couple of them in our shop, and I have one in the house. As a matter of fact, I also said to the wife that like we have this student one. It's a bigger one for like kids that are in school. She said, well, I guess I don't need those anymore. I said, no, I like those because if we have a bunch of stuff to write down, I want to write them down on the date because it's right in front of me by the stove. So I always look at it. So go ahead.
Number 5, you are guilty of this right now. Be able to text my friend / my son when I'm at their house / my house.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But it's the convenience of it, because I can remember back in the day when I was a kid, I would pick up the phone when someone called and it would be for Dad. I'd be in the basement on the computer, of course. He'd be upstairs. I would pull the phone about, I don't know, a foot, 2 feet away from my face, and I would yell for Dad.
Yeah.
That gets kind of annoying after a while. Take a snapshot at a picture perfect time. Now that's a good point because not all of us carry cameras around with us. I mean the big old bulky cameras, aside from my dad. Be able to wake up from an alarm in the morning. It is convenient to not have to have an alarm clock and instead have a phone. I have a backup phone exactly for that purpose. Its only purpose is to serve as an alarm clock. Find my way in the dark. Well, unless it's pitch black, you can kind of feel your way around. Unless you wake up in a place you've never been in before, you can kind of find your way around.
And for that, I will say this is that I have, when I'm coming out, like walking on the floor, like to go out, like I have no light in my bedroom. Our room's pretty dark. I always just shuffle my feet because I know where everything is.
Mm.
You know, like.
Is that kind of like, what's that ability that bats have? It's like sonar.
Sonar. Yeah.
Yes. You see, you got that kind of a spatial awareness in the dark.
Yeah, like old man shuffle. So, yeah.
The zombie shuffle.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Sometimes texting someone near you. Okay, you got a good point there. There was one time I was with Courtney and a couple others. We were watching a movie, and I decided to mess with Courtney. She was sitting about 5 feet away from me, and I just started texting her at random.
And I'm gonna say, so I will come back with this, that I love having my phone in case like you need to use the washroom and your wife's going to continue to shop and you can just find her instead of having to walk the whole grocery store for 20 minutes trying to fucking find her. And then by the time you find her, that you want to fucking pick somebody up and fucking throw them into the fucking wall like a dart, just like Rey Mysterio did, and then play butt bongos on their butts because you're so mad at them. Texting has saved a lot of violence. Who cares what Bo Bichette does? Fuck the Blue Jays. Now, and also, without the magical of a phone, okay, and I'm taking this as a phone, we could not see awesome things like this.
Oh.
I don't understand why he would have thought that was a good idea. I have seen that video before, and I think of like rope burn on your neck as you spin the thing, and you know, fuck. Oh, fuck! Someone woke up from his nap. There he is.
It's pudding time.
It's pudding time, bitch. Yeah, pudding fucking time. Well, I was just trying to find a video because I don't know if so it's a sensitive graphic video. I don't know if we can watch it. I watched it. There's no blood or gore or anything, but I feel like the class would like to see this.
Now, before you play it,
okay,
if there's any music, you got to mute it.
No, I'm going to mute it. I'm gonna mute
Any
it.
F slurs or
Nothing.
derogatory
They
language? Okay.
muted. There'll be nothing. But I just saw this, so we're gonna share.
Let's see what happens.
All right, we'll see what happens. Right. I don't know if this is true. I tried to find it. I don't know if it's a parody or not because I have never heard anything about this. But all right, see video. So big screen drops on dancers in concert.
Ooh.
I don't know if that's real. I know if anybody could find this to see if it, because I looked really quick.
You know,
I'm thinking. I don't think it's real.
it does look real. When it hit, she went down really fast. Then again, the momentum of the screen dropping, that would bring someone to the ground real quick. And the fact that other people reacted to that, I'm going to err on the side of real.
Yeah, wow. Man. Brutal. Is it real, right? Yeah, and then that's the thing with technology. I had a discussion today because I was stupid and I broke my glasses during baseball this weekend, so I didn't need new glasses. And it bears to the technology. When we've said this many times before, when people are like, oh my God, we live in the worst time ever. Oh my God. It's like
wrong.
I just had glasses. I went in at 9:00 to my glasses place. Said, look, I had an accident. I need new glasses. I had new glasses on my face by 11:00. Brand new glasses. And I paid with it with my phone. Like, do you know how awesome it is to me now that I can go shopping and just don't have to bring my wallet with me? And I can just go like this and sweet. And I pay for my stuff. I love it. I usually bring my keys with me, but if I wanted to, the Ford I have, the vehicle, I can just use the PIN code on the door.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Oof, it is true. Gosh.
4x4 meter. That's what, 17 by 17 feet?
Now, the fact that they're still alive is insane.
Yes.
Because that's a big, So 4 meter by 4 meters. So what's in a meter? 3. So it's like 23 times. So is that 12 foot by 12 foot screen?
So there are 3.2 feet per meter.
Yeah. So it's a big screen. Wow. That's unreal. Unreal.
Well, it's great that she survived. It sucks that it happened. Some union people got some splaining to do.
Yep.
Methinks.
And that goes back to I missed. There was a Godsmack concert, the one Chad actually came to, that got canceled because there was an issue with the rigging. And I remember we were outside like, this is so stupid. You just should play show. Come on, fuck off. And like we were like, plug the speakers in out here. I don't need an elaborate setup. Just play the music. But I guess it makes sense. It's injury, right? So
yeah, that's why here in North America, United States and Canada, we have way more stringent and strict safety rules. And if they are not followed, then things don't happen.
Yep. For sure.
Now, I'm not saying that happens everywhere in these two countries, because there are accidents that still happen due to negligence, but we're kind of getting better at it.
Yeah. Which we have to be. And there's a lot of people who, have been hurt and stuff like that because of negligence. And like it sucks that people get hurt to fix that negligence, but that's what people's injuries have helped with. Right?
Yeah.
So
you learn from mistakes. And speaking of signal, Big Red, you're saying your signal isn't great. For some reason, my signal is low right now. It's unstable. It's fairly good. It's okay. Why? I'm plugged in.
There you go. Welcome to my fucking world. I've got nothing going on. All of a sudden, it's just like,
yeah, everything is hardwired in. So, bruh.
Yeah, that's why I don't understand. It makes me so annoyed.
But there's another point against me and in favor of those talking about the joys of cell phone and technology. Big Red is on a train. She's watching us on the train from her phone. This is amazing. She is moving and she can see us and hear us. Technology is awesome. We are living in a great time right now.
And that's why these people that are like, oh, it so sucks right now. Oh, it's so great. Oh my gosh, I'm just so upset. Go back to 1812 and see how you fucking like life. When you get like a splinter, you're like, well, I'm going to go dig my grave now because I'm going to die. Like,
yeah, because we don't have actual doctors in our little village. We have someone who believes that if they sprinkle sand over your head and chant something, that maybe in 12 days you'll get better. And if you die, well, then you were a witch.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
If she weighs as much as a duck, she's made of wood. Yep. And therefore, a witch, burn the witch.
Like, and think about like the Simpsons when they made fun of it in the Treehouse of Horrors. Well, you're gonna plunge off this cliff, and if you die, you'll die a good Christian death. If not, you'll fly to safety and then come back here where you will be mercilessly tortured. Like that was the way they did things, right? So that's unreal. Oh, excuse me. Oh, excuse me. Wow. I'm just trying to look at stuff. Ooh. What was your favorite movie from 1982? Blade Runner, The Thing, Star Trek 2, isn't it The Wrath of Khan?
Yes.
E.T., First Blood, or Tron?
Oof. Depends on when you ask me.
Yes, if you had asked me when I was a child, I don't think I had seen. I knew I hadn't seen Blade Runner, Thing. Maybe saw Star Trek. My dad was a Trekkie, and wouldn't have seen First Blood. So it would have been between E.T. and Tron, and I'm going E.T.
Same here. Yeah.
Yeah, E.T.
Now I would go with The Thing.
The Thing. Yeah, without even a heartbeat. The thought. Yep, The Thing. With
Blade Runner in a very close second.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. So I made a comment. Maybe you saw these pictures. Did you see Trevor Gibson put a picture up, and he's like, and it was a bunch of pictures. He was out with some friends and like looks like beautiful woods, like quadding. And he's like, I wish I would have taken more pictures. And I put a thing under there and say, buddy, you took all the pictures you needed to take because your memories will last forever. I think it gets lost on a lot of people. Like, I think you got to, like, you know, we haven't discussed this yet, but I will be doing a remote show on October 3rd now because I've decided to go back to BC. It's like 5-6 days early by myself to help my sister move. So we will be doing, like, I will be remote. I'll try to bring my computer, but I'll probably just do it on my phone. It seemed to work pretty good last time. So, and then we've talked about we're going to take Thanksgiving off because I was going to be in Mackenzie. So, but I don't plan on taking a lot of pictures when I'm there. I plan on just being with my family and enjoying my extra time. It'll make Kim happier because Kim, she doesn't like being up there that long, and I love going back home. So now I'll have a few extra days to hang out with my family and, you know.
Now, Big Red, you said the funeral on Monday. I thought, because I saw something on the news today about people lining up to see the casket on Wednesday, because today is Monday. And I know it's 10 days of mourning?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So maybe Monday. That makes sense. Yeah. Sorry for your loss, Big Red. I believe in past shows she had said that she was a big fan of the Queen. So sorry for your loss.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, and I am sorry too. Yeah, it's like we said at the beginning of the show, Red. I know you're in and out giggity of service, but it's kind of a weird world that she's gone because I know everybody has an expiry date. Father Time doesn't do a job for anybody, right? And I just felt like she was never gonna die.
Yep.
And I legitimately believe, like, I was like, man, she's never gonna die.
Yeah.
Really didn't.
The big funerals on Monday. Yeah, that was similar with other other leaders. What's one that comes to mind? I think Stalin was lying in
He
state
had
for
a big
many
one.
years
Yeah,
as well.
he laid
Yeah.
in state for a long time as well. Yeah, for sure.
It's kind of strange why we as human beings do that. We'll have a dead body in a box basically to distill it down, and when we all go by and think thoughts about it and then be sad and move on. Kind of a strange thing, but it's a send off. I get it.
I'm hoping I don't die for a long time, but if something were to happen, I would want everybody to wear a band shirt of any band and party, because that's what I would want. I would want all my friends and everybody that thought enough of me that would want to come to a celebration of my life. I would just want them, you're going to be sad, sure, but I want you guys to party and tell stories about the stupid shit I did. The dumb things you watched me do. And, yeah. I think,
You know what? Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, that's what I would want. That's what I'd want.
If I'm still alive and you go first and I'm there at that funeral, I'm going to bring the party tapes and a VHS machine and a big old boxy TV.
Fuck yeah. Maybe a couple things might need to edit, but
Nope.
Oh,
no. I did that already. It's okay.
Okay.
The 11-year anniversary.
Okay, that's one you run then. Okay, that's the one
Yes.
you go with. Just the 11-year anniversary one. So. But that's what I want. That's what I would. Why is this not working? Fucking technology. Again, I can open my phone with my face and not have to go, Paw! Now, I have to ask, has anyone else done that? I do it all the time. Like, I'd be laying there and it was kind of like laying in bed, just kind of looking at my phone. All of a sudden, my hands will give up and right on my face. Or I've dropped it on my chest. Like, fuck.
I don't usually use my phone when I'm lying in bed, because I don't use my phone for Wi-Fi. I try and stay off in the hours before bedtime. However, because I have a tablet, I'll have that lying on my chest and watching something.
Mm-hmm.
And there's been a few times where I've fallen asleep and the thing is either slid forward into my jaw or it's fallen off of me. And one time I think it fell off the bed, which luckily it didn't break.
Mm-hmm. It's fun. See, and then there's other things. So I always wonder, I know accidents happen, right? But you see a lot of people go through like technologies like fast. Like we've talked about TVs and whatnot and people breaking shit. Like my iPad is so old that it's more or less. Oh, how old?
How old is it?
It's more or less a paperweight now. It's literally for lyrics. That's all I can use it for. It can't run any video. It barely can run a video now. It doesn't work. So we need to see fucking pictures or it didn't happen.
That's awesome.
Pictures or it didn't happen.
But she would have to have a second phone for that because she'd have one phone here and the other phone here.
Just have some stranger to take a picture of her tits. That'll be fine.
Awesome.
Hey, I gotta ask because I'm on an interesting Facebook page. It's called I Grew Up in the 80s and 90s. They got lots of cool stuff. That's where I saw the 82 things. So did your mother ever tell you like she couldn't have a light on in the car while you were driving at night because it was illegal? Did she ever say it was illegal to you?
I don't know about illegal, but I think she did say it was because it made it hard for Dad to see while he was driving.
Yes, and that's a true story. That's true story. I do. My dad told me that because I remember asking, like, why can't I have a light on in here? Oh, Mom told you that, Ryan? That's awesome. Yeah, no, I just saw that. It's an interesting page. I grew up in the 80s and 90s. I quite enjoy it. And they got like old pictures, like old Sinbad pictures, like Sinbad. I don't remember Sinbad. What the fuck is that? Sinbad. Oh, Sinbad, like with Shazam. I don't even remember. Like Sinbad the comedian. Oh my god, that's so bad, so bad. So now a question for you. Have you heard everything about Leonardo DiCaprio apparently gets a 20 as soon as they turn 25, he gets rid of his girlfriends?
I did hear that. I didn't look into it. Seems strange.
And people are like losing their minds. Like, who cares? Like one person said it best. Well, these women obviously know what they're getting into. Let them do what they want to do. They're fucking adults.
Yeah, they're 20. Well, okay,
Well,
they're under the age of 25, but their brains have developed somewhat. They can make their own choices. One
And
would
then
think.
what if a woman were to do that? She did. Two of them
Yeah.
for sure, named Cher and Madonna. And I was like, can I please go next? Dibs. I'm not shy. I had a major crush on Madonna. Back in the 90s, whew, Madonna was a smoke show. I don't care what anybody says.
80s for me. When I first saw the video for Material Girl, that's when I popped my first. No, I'm kidding. I didn't. But still, that's when I discovered women that were beautiful.
Yeah,
Madonna.
she was beautiful. Yeah, And yeah, like I said, my turn, please. For sure.
I'll give you another name. Mary Kay Letourneau.
Yep, there's
She
another
went
one.
young.
Yep. Who else? Wait. Well, I feel like I want to say fucking what's her name? What are you doing? Okay. Okay. Oh my god, what? Laurie Strome.
Who?
Fucking Laura. Jamie Lee Curtis. Wasn't she younger? Didn't she like younger dudes?
I have no idea.
I don't care. Sign me up. True Lies. Sold. Sold. Yeah, see, I was going before Truth or Dare, because Truth or Dare was like, holy shit. I was kind of going when she was a little more innocent, like Papa Don't Preach. Yeah, Truth or Dare, holy fuck. Sweet, merciful baby Jeebas. Fuck. What was your first? A vinyl, 8-track, compact disc, or cassette? I think most of us would say cassette. Yeah. Yeah. Who grew up watching this? Oh, every October. Charlie, it's a great pumpkin, Charlie Brown. Every Halloween. That and Garfield.
And then Simpsons in the 90s.
Yep. I agree. Yeah, this is a great website. Ooh, I remember amoxicillin. Remember amoxicillin that tasted like bananas? Banana medicine?
Not really.
No.
But I remember the very few times I had that. What was that pink stuff?
Maybe I meant mixed. No, that's amoxicillin.
Okay.
Yeah.
Pepto-Bismol, I think.
Pepto.
That tasted pretty good from the very few times I remember having it.
Okay, so we got 4 people here right now. All right. Who's the creepier kid? There's 6. Raphael, Damien, Samara, Gage, Reagan, or the Grady twins? I'm going Damien.
I was going to say Damien as well.
Yeah, I think Damien. Gage was creepy as fuck, but Damien kind of does it for me. Yeah. Charlie Brown. You think Gage, Ryan? Damien or Charlie Brown Christmas was good. The Garfield Christmas. Oh, I'm in Mackenzie every time I watch it, and I hear the piano when Grandma's telling the story about how Grandpa, when she's just petting Garfield and tells that story. Oh, brings me home all the time, all the fucking time.
I haven't seen any Garfield cartoons in years, and I used to love it. Damien says Big Red. Thank you.
Oh, and so this will be for me. Alex, probably yeah, but all us 80 kids, everybody had a crush on this girl. Oh, God, I think everybody did. I can speak for myself for sure, and I think Ryan and Chad for sure. Oh, I had such a crush on her. I don't remember her name. And the girl from the Bengals. Oh, good Lord. Oh, Malachi.
Yes, that was a strange
Malachi
name.
was creepy, yeah. Children of the Corn is one of my favorite movies. I love it. I liked it. And before I even moved to Tabor, I liked it. I've always liked it. I thought it was very well done.
It is a good one.
Yeah, that woman from the Bengals, right, Ryan? Fuck yeah. Yeah, every dude remembers that part of walk like an Egyptian. Sure do.
Ooh, a young Alyssa
Alyssa
Milano.
Milano. Tiffany
Yeah.
Amber Thiessen. Oh. Wow. Wow. Fucking wow.
Susanna Hoffs.
Was that her name? Chadney, I can't remember.
I could just imagine Big Red on the train right now, and she's got speech to text turned on, and she's still got her phone in her chest, and she just looks down and speaks into it. I can imagine anyone looking over at her would be like, "The fuck is she doing?"
Here, Alex, this would be for me and you for sure, because I think the other guys like horror movies. I think me and you are more horror buffs than, especially in the 80s.
I watched a few really dumb 80s, early 80s horror movies recently, and that for whatever reason, that is a staple. Not only stalking and killing women, but female nudity has to be in there. It
Yes,
doesn't matter.
Yes.
It doesn't matter what the circumstance, it's got to be there.
Hello, my name is Simon, and I like to do drawings. That kid?
I don't remember that one.
I was on the Knowledge Network.
I remember the Knowledge Network.
I think
Channel 12.
Hello, my name is Simon, and I like to do drawings. Simon. I think I'm gonna look right now. Yes. Mike Myers did a spoof of it, yeah.
He would. Yep. Good old Canadian boy.
Yeah, hello, my name is Simon, and this is gonna be fun. There it is. I'm gonna listen to it. This one, the Land of Chalk. It was what it was called. Simon in the Land of Chalk. Yeah. Oh, it's awesome. I haven't heard this for fucking ever.
Yes, Ryan. Yes, absolutely. Jeff Holiday was on the Drunken Peasants a few weeks ago, and he specifically mentioned Erica in Under Siege because he was at his grandma's place and he had Under Siege, or pardon me, I think she had a copy of Under Siege on VHS, and it was late at night. He was watching it. Everyone else had gone to bed, and he was pretty young. And when that scene happened, he rewound it and watched it over and over and over and over again. I think to the point where he almost wore it out on the tape.
So, that being said, so what was the bigger for us? Because I know the whole what's her face coming out of the pool and have Ridgemount High was not for, that was a little sooner before us. So what was a bigger deal? Okay, seeing Jesse Spano in Striptease, so Elizabeth Berkley, or when Demi Moore in Striptease. I'll go first and say Striptease. Because I always thought it was weird seeing, because the character that Elizabeth Berkley played was always such a, like,
Wholesome.
Yes. But yeah, just to me it was yes, definitely. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Demi Moore and Striptease. And it was a funny movie too.
It was a funny movie. I never watched that TV show that Elizabeth Berkley was in.
Saved by the Bell?
Never saw a single episode.
Yeah. See, Phoebe Cates might be for you there, Chad. Because you're, 60 years older than us. So yeah.
Yeah, Demi Moore for me too. Absolutely.
Yeah.
But Phoebe Cates was great. I didn't see Fast Times at Ridgemont High until a few years ago.
And I didn't see it. I saw it. Well, no, not a few years for me. It was like mid 90s, a little sooner than I saw it. But she always the girls from Gremlins for me. That was me. And, so I'm seeing a lot of this lately that we're taking I'm seeing a lot of remakes. Like right now, I just see a He-Man. Now, I haven't seen these new ones, but people are bitching like because it really looks nothing like, of course, the old He-Man. That's what it looks like, and it's like this. Can you take a priest that I grew up on this and not this? So just don't watch the new one. Like,
Yeah, who cares?
That's who cares? That's what they did. You don't like it, just don't watch it. It's just like Thundercats have done it, and like the Thundercats one looks really weird. Like it doesn't even look like that. They're like weird. Yeah, it just looks weird. Just don't watch it. It's not aimed for you anyways.
I absolutely loved watching Transformers Generation 1. So that's seasons 1, 2, the movie, season 3, over and over and over again, because I had them recorded on beta.
Mm-hmm.
And I watched them incessantly. And I think at one point, even though I said I would never watch the Michael Bay movies, I have. I've seen them all. And I do differentiate between the two. My childhood is not ruined simply because Michael Bay and his millions and millions of dollars made those, I don't know, 4 or 5 movies. Those movies, they're high production and they're interesting to watch from a production standpoint.
Mm-hmm.
They're entertaining as hell. They're not bad, but I'm not one of those people who, oh, don't do that. It's going to ruin my childhood. I watched a kind of remake or reimagining of The Hitcher. Did you ever see the 1986 movie The Hitcher?
No.
I saw it in the past few years. I loved it. C. Thomas Howell, Rutger Hauer, Jennifer Jason Leigh, Jeffrey DeMunn. It's a great movie from 1986. If you have the chance, watch it.
Okay.
Yesterday, I watched the 2007 version of The Hitcher. Same writer, and not as good.
Yeah.
But it didn't detract for me. It didn't soil or sully my memory of the 1986 version.
Yeah, and I mean, I took the Transformers for what it was. I liked well, this He-Man was different too, Chadney. This wasn't the Kevin Smith one. I didn't like, and I remember being like, oh, I don't like what they did Bumblebee, but it's a whole new movie, and he looked cool as a Camaro. Like, I mean, I didn't mind the first 2 or 3, but even the last one, Colin was like, Dad, is it over yet? Holy cow. It's just a movie that would never end.
I think like 3, 4, and 5 were a good 2.5 hours. The longest one was 2 hours and 40 minutes, something like that.
Way too long.
Way too long, yes. Yep. The Bumblebee movie, I did see that one. It wasn't bad.
Yeah. John Cena was in it. Hi, you just went outside. Stop that. Oh, excuse me. So, middle-aged happiness is discovering that the next load of laundry to fold is just 8 bath towels and not 46 pieces of small human clothing.
Including socks.
Socks.
Those are annoying.
Yes. Annoying as F. Annoying as F. All right. Now we have videos to watch because I still need to go work out. So.
I got one Karen video.
Let's do her.
It's short and sweet. No doubt that people have seen this before. It came out in the last few days, but it's great. I don't think much context is needed. Here we go.
Squeak at the end.
Yeah, you could. You straight up could. That's why your fucking mirror's falling off and shit.
Yeah, because your fucking ass wouldn't move.
My ass didn't move. I can't control where the city fucking puts it. It's trash. Oh, how about that? I got that on recording too.
Kind of a derivative of talk shit, get hit.
Yep, I like it. I fucking love it. Oh, I love it. Love when awesome stuff happens like that. It's great. Oh. So, yeah.
Well, you can answer this one because this will be easy for you.
First time I saw a Ripper was at Joe's. I was 19. Which, Rippers didn't matter to me because my dad had a stack of Playboys in the bathroom. Tits or tits. Didn't matter. Alex?
Same place, Joe's, although I only went to Joe's once because I'm not a big fan of going to places like that. We were at the pool tables most of the time.
Were you there with me? Did me and you? Because that sounds like me. Because that's where I always hung. Was pool tables.
It was yourself, me. I think Mackie was with us,
I'm sure
and
he
there
was.
had to be either Courtney or Leslie or one of the Prince George people with us too.
Yeah, and there probably was, and that's the way it usually went. I liked going to Joe's because the fucking tables were always open.
Mm.
You know, yeah. I don't know. I kind of took what Mitz Fatel said as a kid before I even heard it, but because Mitch Fatel said, I don't understand strip clubs. It's like going to a buffet and like all you can do is yell at the food. You can't eat it. And you're like, yeah, woo! I bet you'd sure be good with some gravy. And then you stuff a dollar bill up his ass. Like,
now her question, the first word was when. You said 19, so that was 1999. For me, it was the year 2000.
Yeah. And like just to let you know how skeezy the strip club was that we went to called Joe's, the motto was, we'll vacuum the floor when you buy us a vacuum cleaner. I believe that. I'm almost sure that's what the narrative was there.
Yeah, it was a pretty dark place, but you could see how dingy it was.
Yeah.
Showers, Slack, Alice's, and Pentic. Wow. I've never seen the appeal of a strip club.
Yeah, as an older guy now, no, I just no interest.
Nope.
All right.
Don't like the atmosphere. Don't like the people.
Yeah.
That's because I'm a hermit now.
Now more than ever, yes. I really agree with that. Yeah.
I just want to be left alone. I have an internet connection. I have no need for a strip club. They're exploitative places. Have you ever been on the internet? There are women who want to take pictures and show them to you for whatever reason. Yep.
It's kind of like Chris Rock said when people are like, oh, rap music is misogynist. And what does a woman always say? They ain't talking about me. Slap him on the dick, slap him on the dick, slap him on the dick, slap him on the dick. You know, because the women dancing to that do not give a fuck as long as it's got a beat. So,
for me, it was 1993, said Chad. Asterisk, you spelled 1893 wrong.
And on that note,
hold on. I got something for you for that one.
Yeah!
I played it twice first. Oh, it's looping. That's why.
And you ruined the moment.
Thought I turned the loop off. Oh, well. That's how good of a joke that was.
Nice.
See, that's a cool thing about StreamYard, that they have this background music now. So I've started adding some sound effects, as we say. So let's say you tell a dad joke. That's what you're going to get.
Wow, it hurts.
Not as much as the Beatus, but it hurts my feelings. Now you got to build me a safe space, a digital one. But I can't get to it fast enough.
No. Jesus.
Okay, well, we're going to go then.
The dog's going crazy out there. Anyways.
But not yet. Good morning. Thank you so much for being here. Yes, there's going to be a lot of people using the Wi-Fi in your area, so be safe and hopefully you can give us a good report. That'd be great.
Would be great. Yes, ma'am. Hi. Are you messing with the cats? All right.
Thank you all very much for being here. Going back to Ryan, who's usually here first. Thank you so much, as always. Corey, who stopped in for a few minutes and gave more than one comment. Again, thank you very much. Big Red, we love you. Casey was here for the first time in a while. Hope he gets over that cold pretty soon. Old Man Lissick and the liberal media, drink. And I think that was about it. Bit of a smaller crowd tonight.
But still good. Still flowed really good. Lots of fun.
Yeah.
So.
But yeah, Big Red not only should you get some pictures of what's happening on Monday, but you got to get that picture of the cell phone in the cleaver. Because it's got to be seen to be believed.
Yes, it does.
Yes. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. We'll be back next Monday. Take care.
Bye.